Can you just say you're from Senegal, or where you were brought up, and how did you meet this great man?
So, hello everybody.
Hello.
We are really happy to be here and sharing this wonderful moment with you, with all these beautiful people here. Yes, my name is Alune, and I was born in Senegal and grew up also in Senegal. But now I live in Paris since they are 10 years ago, and I met Harold. They are 3 years, I think 3 or 4 years ago. Because just one day Harold, he has a tour, a concert in Germany, but he didn't have a bass player, and I was there. It was the wonderful, and I was really lucky to do this gig with him. Since this moment, we did. We didn't leave. We didn't leave. I'm sorry, my English is not really, and the travel was too long to join you. And this gig will be the first time for this project, and we are really happy to start this wonderful project here in Nijmegen. Yeah.
Okay, Harold, Lopez Nussa, and Alune. You're from Cuba.
Yes.
You speak English?
A little bit.
Little bit. Okay, that makes life a little more easier. This is a great new project. You just made an album together. The album is called Havana, Paris, Dakar. Can you tell me what is the connection between Havana, Paris and Dakar?
Well, I'm really excited to be here, like Alune. And for me it's very special because I discover, my English is also very bad, but I will try to speak something. I discover all the time when I play with this wonderful musician from Africa, a lot of things that they know. Cuban music, they come from the African roots. So, but also in Senegal, what I discovered with Alune was that he knows a lot of traditional Cuban music because they play their traditional Cuban music. So we can play also songs that I know since I am a child, and also Alune because he knows the same songs. So there's a lot of connections, and I hope that we can make a lot of concerts together, and a lot of more albums. Why not? So.
Okay, why not? The CD is called Havana, Paris, Dakar. What's for you the connection? Because you come from Senegal. I have a lot of Senegalese records at home. There's a big connection with Cuba, Afro-Cuban music, starting with Orchestra Baobab, etc., Africanto, etc. What you grew up with? What kind of music?
Yeah, I grew up with this music first, but so, for me, the Cuban music and this African music it's just like a boomerang. It was from the roots. It's from Africa, but the slave bring it in the Cuba and do this rumba and do this Cuban music now. But in the 60s, this music come back to Africa. It's like it was like a renaissance, musical renaissance in Africa just after the independence in the 60s. All these African musicians was playing Cuban music. Yeah, and my father, my all of my family, they was listening also Cuban music. Then I was growing up with this. I grew up with the Cuban music. Then when I met Harold, I think 1 year later, I asked him to do a project. The project is the Havana, Paris, Dakar, and just to try to revise the African rumba, but it's going to be playing with Cuban musicians. And he told me, yeah, that's a good idea. I love the idea. Can you? Then 1 or 2 months later, I go to Havana and do this project. Why the name of Havana, Paris, Dakar? Because I'm from Senegal, and from Havana, and we met in Paris. That's why we chose this name, Havana, Paris, and Dakar.
I just listened to the album. It's a beautiful album. There are some songs I remember the old songs. It's a tribute to, for instance, there is a Salif Keita song on it. What else? You have some really well-known West African rumba songs.
Yeah, they are also Independence Cha-Cha. It is from Congo. It was about Independence Day also. Yeah, with Kabachela. They are Salif Keita with Les Ambassadeurs also. Lopez Nussa from Senegal. All this eat rumba eat in Africa. Yeah.
Is this, we love this music, what you're talking about, Laba Sosse, Salif Keita, this old rumba stuff, but is it still popular in among the young people from Senegal? Because I have the impression that now it's hip-hop, it's R&B, or is there still interest in the, let's say, the old school West African rumba music?
Yeah, it's right now it's more rap and I mean hip hop and R&B, but in the 70s and 80s. So I don't have I'm young. I have just 37, 36, something like that. But I was listening always in Senegal this music, because that time we had only radio station, the national radio station. The music we were listening is from Cuba, like Orchestra Aragon, Lopez Nussa also from Senegal and Mali and all this. But it was salsa and African rumba and Cuban rumba also. That's why then I grew up with this music. That's why I cannot forget this. I cannot forget this. All these beautiful melodies, all this beautiful music from Cuba. Yeah.
Harold, can you say something about your when you grew up, when you were like 10, 12 years old? What kind of music did you listen? You were living in Cuba in the time already, or because you also have French family, or?
Yeah, no, I'm living in Cuba. I grew up in a family of musicians. So my mother was a piano teacher. My father is a drummer, or uncle is a jazz piano player in Cuba. So I listen a lot of different kind of music, like classical music from jazz, a lot of Brazilian music, a lot of traditional music, like popular traditional Cuban music, Laragon, this, that Alune talking about, and also rock. I love rock when I was like 14. So I grew up with a lot of music in my heart, but right now I discover it's like 3 or 4 years when I met Alune, is that I discovered the music from Africa, and I'm in love with that.
Before, you never heard anything from Africa on Cuba?
No. Unfortunately, no. They don't put in the radio music from Africa. Of course, we know that our folkloric music from Bata and Congas and everything comes from Africa. But no, it's a shame, but it's later.
Okay, maybe it will change because of this album. The last question, because I think it's time for music. Can you just make a short introduction of the band, because they are also very important. Can you do the introduction? Who's?
Well, in percussion, this is my brother Rui Adrian Lopez Nussa. On guitar, this is Olivier. On trompette, this is Renaud.
Okay. All together, Alune, Wade, Harold Lopez Nussa, New CD, Havana, Paris, Dakar, en er komt Nijmegen vanavond ook nog bij. So, and they start, the concert will